Good morning. Welcome to the Merry Monday Mailcall Show. This is still only 35 cents. I'm your host, Dave. Great to have you with us. Welcome to the show. We've got a bit of a strange one today because it's odds and gods. So we're going to have my latest new comic pickups as well as some really strange and eclectic little pieces that I think a lot of you won't have seen before. So again, I'm looking forward to sharing some of this stuff with you, getting your feedback. Talking of feedback, we have a couple of people in the chat. We have, I am one of us. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the show. And Richard, hi. Right now, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, Richard. Great to see you. We'll see you on the rewind. So welcome. Right. So yeah, it's been a busy week. You would have seen my videos. One which was a CGC submission at WonderCon, and then quickly followed by my I Quit video, where I will no longer be doing CGC submissions for the foreseeable future, given the current situation with tariffs. So yes, I'm on a hiatus. If you haven't catch both those videos already, please do so. I think you'll enjoy them. As I say, we talk through some of the issues around international submitting if you submit to CGC comic books internationally. I think obviously those in the US are unaffected. But yes, I think there's a lot of us, I think a lot of comments from Canada in particular in terms of what this all means. It's a real shame. As I say, I do enjoy submitting books to CGC, but will not be doing so for the foreseeable. So with that, maybe we'll switch to the overhead camera view and I'll take you through the books and stuff that I've got this week. So let's add to the stage, change the view, and bring the main camera up. There you have it. Okay. So, yes. So for today's show, as I say, it's odds and gods, sorry. And I thought, what better way to start with the gods is to talk about our man Superman, absolute Superman in this instance. This is issue 5, which I picked up recently. I think 6 is out now, so I'll be going to get that this week as well. Yeah, really enjoying the full absolute titles. As I say, I picked up a number whilst I was in the US, which I haven't covered off yet. So you'll be getting to see those in the very near future. But yeah, the first 3, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, I've enjoyed. Martian Manhunter, The Flash, and Green Lantern. We'll see how they go. But yeah, pretty good so far. This is Challenges of the Unknown issue 4, which I actually was going to cancel this title, but I think I'm going to finish off the run. My understanding is it's only got 4 or 5 issues in the run, so I'm actually going to finish it off. Just for the completionist in me. As I say, I wasn't that keen, but I've been convinced to continue to finish it off and finish the title off. And then talking of Absolute, the new series, I picked up a copy of Absolute Flash. Which again, I didn't mind. I know a lot of people are sort of like complaining about it. I didn't mind this at all. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I like the cover on this as well. So pretty interesting stuff. So that's Absolute Flash. And then the final part of the first arc, Absolute Batman issue 6. Those 2 covers go quite well together if you look at those. So yeah, looking forward to finishing off the arc for Absolute Batman. And then to close us out for this week, got my copy of issue 3 of Mark Spears' Monsters with this great, fantastic Frankenstein cover, as you can see here. Love that. Again, Mark Spears Monsters. The Mark Spears train does not appear to be slowing one bit. And good on him, I say. I've really enjoyed this issue and following his work. I've got a few things to share with you over the next coming weeks and months from Mark. And I'm hopeful that we'll get him on the show. I've been trying to line up an interview with him and chat through. Particularly keen to understand what plans he's got for Monsters Beyond the first series. So, and just have a general chat with him. I'd love to understand his methodology, how it comes about, how he creates them so quickly, because there's such a plethora of these covers that come out from him. And I did end up purchasing the C2E2 issue 4 exclusive that he did. So hopefully we'll see that come back to me soon. So that's the modern pickups for this week. Let me know what you think in the comments or the chat. What books are you picking up? Let me know if any of these have hit your radar or you're picking up. I was very surprised to find, I went looking the other day for more Mark Spears books. The issue 1 of this is sitting at around about $400 US, which blew me away. So very happy to have got on board with this from the very first issue. So yeah, great little book. So let's go to our, speaking of DC, I got a very interesting thing for you. So I'm not normally into my DC, but I came across this, and we're talking about Challenges of the Unknown. Came across this recently. This is very strange stuff. So this was a preview copy that was sent or given to retailers, local LCS retailers, back in, I think, 1990. For the relaunched, yes, there you go, 1990, for the relaunched Challenges of the Unknown title. And what they did was, obviously, they printed this almost as an ash can. And you get this nice letter. Second best Bob's in the house. There you go. Hi, I'm just going to bed now. Oh, sorry to hear, Bob, but welcome anyway. If you stick around, you get to see these amazing DC preview books that I managed to pick up. So hopefully you enjoy that. So here we go. DC Comics Distributor. Welcome to an exclusive preview of Challenges of the Unknown #1, DC Comics Work in Progress. 4 men were pushed together by the hand of fate. Their time was up. They looked death in the eye in the guise of a plane crash and lived. Now they lived on borrowed time. They walked away from death as they challenged the unknown and won. Thus was born the greatest group of adventurers the world has ever seen. The Challenges of the Unknown. A Fantastic Four, sorry. No, Challenges of the Unknown. Challenges of the Unknown is an 8-issue limited series in DC Comics' new format. It's suggested for mature readers. The release date of Challenges Unknown has not been announced. We will produce a preview of the finished issue for your warehouses and dropship locations prior to the ship date. Please let us know your opinion of Challenges of the Unknown issue 1. Tammy Brown, Marketing and Promotions Associate. So, as you can see here, copyright 1990. Preview copy of Challenges Unknown is on loan from DC Comics for promotional and display purposes only and may not be sold or reproduced. So Jeff Loeb on script and Tim Sale on art. All in black and white, but fascinating stuff to see. This very interesting. So you get this. So this is the Challenges of the Unknown story. I think it's the full issue 1. You only get one photocopy per page. But fantastic stuff and quite artistic, to be honest, as well. I'm very impressed with the art on this one. But there's your Challenges of the Unknown. But then I also managed to pick up this one as well, a copy of Hawkworld preview. So this is an ongoing series, as the retailer letter says here. In tradition of DC's revitalization of features like Green Arrow and Justice League, DC Comics presents the return of Hawkman, the Winged Warrior, in an all-new monthly series. And there you have it. So there you get to see your Hawkworld issue 1. Writer John Ostrander, and Timothy Truman, artist Graham Nolan. And again, you get this great black and white art reproduced. But the one to finish me off is the Demon preview, issue 1. Demon, an all new monthly series starring Jack Kirby's 1970s character from Jason Blood's home in Gotham City and throughout the DC universe. This is Demon Unleashed. the evil being who enjoys and abuses his powers. Ongoing series from DC Comics, new format. Ships May 22nd from Ronald's Printing in Canada. Please contact your distributor. Bob Wayne this time. Alan Grant is the writer. Val Simiex as penciler. But again, great to see and have this in the collection. Just a nice way to represent these first issues. So there's your Demon preview. So hopefully you've not seen or have seen one of these before. I'd never come across them. I've just done a bit of hunting on Google. Haven't found anything as yet. So didn't know these existed. So great to have them in the collection. Nice for any DC fan. I did also manage to pick up this San Diego Comic-Con program. Some of you will know I've been picking up San Diego Comic-Con programs wherever possible. Mostly because I want to pick up the artwork, early artwork of Dave Stevens, and potentially an inking with Jack Kirby, etc. So I've been picking these up whenever I get a chance. So this is the 1984 San Diego Comic-Con program. Thought we'd take a little bit of a spin through it. It's great to see these because you get to see where they were in the world. Obviously, Pacific Presents was just launching The Rocketeer at this point, Alien Worlds, etc. So Pacific Comics congratulates 1984 San Diego Comic-Con on their 15th anniversary. So it was a 15th anniversary team. But it's just great seeing these old programs where, yeah, there's your convention center map at that point, very early on. Always love this stuff. We have ABZ Comics. Hello, how are you? 1040 from Scotland. Oh, good evening to you. Welcome. Nice of you to make it. And then love old event mags. Me too, mate. Me too. And I've got one to share with you in a second as well, which I think you'll really like. But these are just fabulous, right? Like, as you can see here, you just can see the old convention map as we got here. DC Comics, their latest set of books, Gem, Son of Saturn, Infinity Inc. DC Comics, the Dulux format of New Teen Titans. Meet the creative team members at the DC table. So you got to meet George Perez and Marv Wolfman. There's a nice little piece on Dave Stevens there. So looking forward to that. Legion of Superheroes, quite DC heavy. So you get to meet Paul Levitz and Keith Giffen at the DC table too. And there's more from the DC table. Howard Chaykin's in the house. Kurt Swan. Brief history of the San Diego Comic-Con. Interesting. I should have to read that. That's good. Then we got Eagle Comics promoting Judge Dredd and the other 2000 AD books. Savage history of cons past. Into the world of Star Blazers. I think we were talking about that in the role-playing game. So interesting stuff there. What else? Archie Goodwin piece. Mike Frederick. Asterix. Bit of Cerebus. Most Unexpected Surprise. Comico, the comic company. And then to the sketches. Bit of Jack Kirby there. Not sure who's inking that, but 15th San Diego Comic-Con. Hey gang, let's party dark side. But yeah, I love just flicking through these, seeing what you get. That's a great, beautiful piece of Superman there. Yeah, love it. Love going through these, seeing what the old comic convention programs used to look like. I think, if I remember right, that is Mr. Dave Stevens. It is. Have run into bad weather. Repairs on damaged F-by have delayed original takeoff. What a wreck. I'm now planning to fly non-stop to Limburg Field this Thursday. Looking forward to some warmer weather again. Regards, Cliff and Peavy. Interesting stuff. And there we have, oh, let me guess. Is that? Oh, very good. So there you have it. A nice bit of memory from San Diego Comic-Con. Always a pleasure to pick that up. That's from 1984. But we do have something else. I'm going to zoom in on this one. So I managed to also pick up this Welcome to the second annual MarvelCon 76. So this is a real snapshot of history. This is a program for the Marvel convention in 1976, which not a lot of people have seen. And we've also got Vincent in the house. Hello, Vincent. How are you? Good to see you. Much success to Marvel's second annual convention, World Color Press, the world's largest printers of magazines and comics. Marvel Comics still #1 and growing. MarvelCon 76. With a feature on Jack Kirby. Again, this is just fabulous stuff, being able to go through 2 new blockbusters. We've got the Eternals and Nova on sale now. Comic dealers reach comic collectors through Marvel for terrific profits. Introduction to Kung Fu with a Ron Wilson piece of art and Ken Landgraf there. Look at that. Great stuff. Linking in with a nice Aaron Banks New York Karate Academy. Article on Captain America. A little bit of Joe Simon and Jack Kirby original story from 1941 in the middle there, telling the story or origin of Captain America. It's quite a decent little reprint there. Profile on John Buscema, and then detail of his workshop for comic book artists. Learn to draw comic books at the Workshop for Comic Book Arts, the only course of its kind in the world. Now you can study drawing for comics with the greatest staff of comic book illustrators ever assembled. You've been admiring the pros. Now's your chance to study with the pros. Introducing for the first time a lecture course in comic book script writing with lectures and seminars conducted by the top names in the field. Classes held weekly in New York City. Please do not send samples. Courses start in the fall of 1976. With a few little sketches there. Conan the Barbarian. Bit of Captain America. Saving Captain America. And we've got a day with Stan Lee. Bit of a profile on Roy Thomas. And a few ads for the bicentennial calendar, the Son of Origins. And then a little bit. So you want to collect comics? It's not as easy as you think it is. There's more to it than running down to the local candy store and clearing the shelves of new arrivals. If you want to become a serious collector, you should be ready to do a little work. Paperwork. When you collect comics, be prepared to do some paperwork. You should keep track of what you have and what you need. Oh, I love it. Great. Look who else is in the house. It's our man Omnibo. How you doing, Bo? Great to see you. It's a pleasure. Man Called Nova and Eternals are epic. They are indeed. Absolutely indeed. Not seen this before in all my browsing. No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It's a great little book, isn't it? And then Cliff on Comics has dropped by to say hi and leave a like. Hit that like button. So thank you very much. If you haven't already, please hit that like button as well. So there's your little comic book guide. I won't read through that in any great detail. I'm pretty sure we know how to collect comics by now. And then we've got Spidey at the Marvel Comics Convention, an original story. So, art by T. Sketcher. I'm not sure who's written this, but it's only realistically the art. So, Interesting. We got a reprint of the original Amazing Fantasy 15 cover that was that Ditko came up with, but wasn't used. Seen that a number of times. And then we've got the Captain America ad from 1940. And then a Spider-Man Live. 1974, Bruce Gardoza, a New York film student, made a 16mm film based on your own ever-loving web slinger. You may have seen this film at several conventions. Curious? Well, look no more, for an earthquake occurs. The film, entitled Spider-Man, will be shown at the mighty Marvel Comic-Con. So, fantastic stuff. So they would have shown that there. And then you've got a page for autographs, which I think is a neat idea. That's a great one. And then order the Bicentennial Battles page. And also pick up your subscription to your comic books. Great little piece. Tiny, tiny, tiny piece. But when you can get a sense of how small it actually is, we'll put it next to a standard bag and board. So it's pretty small. That leads us very neatly into our next book, which is an ashcan of The Pit from Image, which again I love Dale Keown's work, and I really enjoyed Pit. So when I saw this come up for grabs from West Coast Dave Engers, I had to pick it up. So it's signed by Dale Keown. This one is issue 4044 of 5500. So great to pick this up. As I say, this fits very well into the Gods piece, but it's a beautiful sort of silver signature on the beautiful deep red cover. And if you haven't read Pit, I love Pit. Essentially a genetically engineered alien with no nose, very reminiscent of the Hulk with claws. Just a fantastic story. Artwork has always blown me away, so very happy to pick that up. And maybe if I ever get back to CGC, might get this JSA graded. But for now, as I say, the CGC is off the table. We were talking about Dave Stevens. I've also got these fabulous postcard sets of the Rocketeer that I managed to pick up and find. These are fabulous. You get 6 cards inside, and essentially they're all sort of either covers or panels from the comic book. So yeah, I thought pick these up. But not only that, not just set 1, but the second set as well. So they did a second set, which is a little bit more risque. Again, 6 cards. I've got 2 of set 1 and just the 1 of set 2, both sealed. Haven't opened them up, so very happy to see those. And let's just see who else has joined. We've got Kilted Corgi. Nice to see you. Welcome. And I think Christina's in the chat too. Welcome in, Kilted Corgi. It's very cute to have you. And then on top of that, we've got the Rocketeer, a little pin. Again, I don't know if you can actually see this very clearly. There you go. So yeah, went on a bit of a tear for Rocketeer. So those are nice little things to add to the Rocketeer collection. I don't think many people have got the postcard sets and the pin. So that nice to add. We've got these funny things as well. This is in the same lot. These are so cute. Little Marvel superhero patches. This is obviously Puck from Alpha Flight. Collect so on, featuring your favorites from the pages of Marvel Comics. This, I think, is 1984. Yep, 1984. Do not iron collectible sew-ons, so you would sew that patch on. But to go with Puck, you know, our other favorite Canadian, Wolverine. And again, very interesting how the 2 different size Marvel superhero patches in terms of the packaging, but super happy anyway. And that Wolverine is worth it just on its own. So picked that up and thought that would be a fun one to share with you all. Nice little bit of paraphernalia. The last one of today, which I thought I'd share with you, is this. Let's zoom out so you can see this. I love these types of books. So this is Stan Lee Presents Hours of Fun book, Marvel Mazes to Drive You Crazy. I got this again from Dave at West Coast Avengers. I'm going to get, it's not in the greatest of shape, but I'm going to try and pick up another copy of this because I really, you'll see when we go through it, what's so cool about this book. So it's a fireside book published by Simon & Schuster. So what you get is you get these little stories and the puzzle alongside it. So it's happening again. Harry Osborn has reverted back to his deadly demonic identity as the Green Goblin, and he and Spider-Man meet once more. It's the Goblin who lands the first blow. He's madder, more dangerous than ever. I won't let him escape, no matter what. This will stop him. Woof! So you're tempting me to destroy you at once, eh? I forgot his weapons in his goblin bag. Choke on this, web slinger. Everything's spinning. That vapor, it's a gas. Can Spidey get to the goblin before the gas gets to him? You've only got 3 minutes to get through the maze. So they built all these little stories for each of these. So you get Iron Man versus the Mystic Menace. You get the Hulk is buried in ice, Herb Trimpe story. And you start and finish there like another maze. You got Luke Cage, Power Man. He's after Big Brother. Again, another story. This one's been completed. This is Captain America leads the attack on Hydra. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic trapped in the negative zone. Go and grab him. Nova fights Tsar the Conqueror. Howard the Duck goes in the drink. Invaders fight Nazis over London. Look at that. Silver Surfer searches Mephisto's realm. Spider-Man and Tiger face Kraven stampeding herd. Avengers hostage. So you can see all of these fantastic little story puzzles. It's just a nice, amazing little book to have. Dracula, Doom of Dr. Sun. Thor, Descent to Hades. Ghost Rider faces the Doom Derby. Ms. Marvel faces the Flames of Death. X-Men, Cairn of the Demon. So I think a lot of these were actually, they took an original story from the comics and then basically just adapted a puzzle to each one. So very, very cool. We also have Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Great to see you, sir. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We've got everybody dropping in at the moment. Let me just turn that off. Master of Kung Fu, Hunt for a Traitor. Captain America battles the Rage of the Red Skull. Look at that puzzle there. Crazy stuff. Submariner defies the terror of the deep. Black Panther to the rescue. Defenders fight Magneto's monster. Captain Marvel and the Vanishing Villains. Spider-Woman and the Sorcerer's Stone. Doctor Strange trapped in the orb. Fabulous puzzle there. Look at that. Inhuman search for the city. Quest to find Sorter's realm. Doc Ock lives. Nice Spider-Man story there. Again, this one's been completed before. Might get the pencil eraser on that and see if we can get it. And then you have all the solutions to the puzzles. Really, really enjoyed this book. Thought it was a nice little take. So yeah, I'll be trying to pick a higher grade copy of this because I really liked it. But yeah, just a fantastic little book to end the show on. And maybe with that, we'll bring the camera up to its usual view so you get to see me as well as the book. But it's been an absolute pleasure hosting you this morning. I hope you enjoyed the show. A bit of a short one, but I did have a few unusual items to share with you. So let me know in the comments below and in the chat what you thought of those books, if you have any, if there's any of those that interest you. let me know. Be great to see you. Thanks again for joining, to everyone in the chat and everyone who catches us on the rewind. If you haven't already, one more thing before you go. We have just launched channel memberships here on Still Only 35 Cents. If you are so inclined and would like to support the Hero Initiative, you can join our other members to get access to exclusive videos and also put yourself up for our monthly members sketch giveaway. We also just launched a mega members mail call show last week as well. So if you do join, you'll get access to that. And as I say, everything for the price variance membership goes to the Hero Initiative, which helps support creators who need help with medical bills and that sort of thing. So thank you very much. And with that, I will see you all on the next show and the next video. But thanks again for joining. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you very, very soon.